Hello friends, I'm Serenity Dawn and welcome to the story. This is the 5th time that I am recording this video. Oh my gosh. Adventures in new technology. Gotta love it. Anyway, today I am bringing you my TBR for the 1000 Page Readathon. This readathon was created by Victoria over at What Victoria Read. I will link all of her information down below so that you can go and check out her channel as well as the Twitter account that she created for this readathon. Now this readathon is happening from January 20th through February 3rd. Now while this readathon is called the 1000 Page Readathon, you by no means have to read 1000 pages in order to be a success. Victoria made that very clear. She created some lofty goals for those of us who are high achievers and want something to really push for, but the goal of this readathon is to get people reading. Whether it's 10 pages, 100 pages, 1000 pages, whatever works for you, whatever you're able to do, if you're reading, you're a success. And I loved that that was the goal and that it's so low stress, but at the same time still has, you know, a really kind of fun, achievable goal. 2 weeks, you know. The prompts, there are 7. The first one is super simple. Post your TBR. You can post on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. The second prompt is to start a book. Start a book. You don't have to finish it, or you can. All up to you. Just start a book. 3, read 500 pages. This is one of the bigger goals. Read 500 pages. Join a reading sprint. Now, these are taking place in Greenwich Mean Time, so I know that these sprints are going to work for everybody, but try to make it work if you can, because reading sprints are so much fun. I know I'm going to try, even though some of them are happening at times when I know I'm not going to be able to, but I'm hoping to get at least one in, because they're a lot of fun. That is all going to be happening on the Twitter account, which is 1000 pages read. So if you want a quick link, look in the description box below and I'll have that for you. The 5th prompt is to post a picture of your reading space. Now, I'm going to be the first to tell you my reading space is not a lot to look at. Lately, where I've been reading is in my office on the floor because I'm currently, you know, trying to clean up my office, reorganize, purge. And when you're in the middle of doing that, things don't look great. And yeah, behind me looks fabulous, but everywhere else is kind of a disaster. But you know, it's real life. That's how it is. So if you want to see that, follow my Twitter and Instagram. The 6th prompt is to finish a book. Now, that can be the book that you started earlier in the readathon, or it can be a book that you previously started before the readathon even took place. I had every intention of finishing the last quarter of The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, because that's a 489 page book and I still had 143 pages left, but I had my days mixed up and I thought yesterday, which was the 19th, was the 20th, and so I read it and then I realized that it wasn't, so I'm not going to count it. But you know, if you wanted to do that, you can. Read a book that you started previously, or read a book that you started for the readathon and you're actually finishing it. Either way, it's a win. And the last and most obvious prompt is to read 1000 pages. If you do that, fabulous, kudos to you. I will be celebrating with you if you let me know that you did it. That's awesome. But the best thing of all is that you're enjoying a book. I'm really excited about this readathon. Obviously, if I cared enough to record this 5 times. So to get into the books that I'm reading for this readathon, the first book that I read for this readathon was The Proposal, because the first time I did this video, I hadn't started it this morning, and now I have finished it. Beginning of day, end of day. This is a contemporary adult romance / chick lit that is written by Jasmine Guillory, and it is about a girl named Nick whose boyfriend of 5 months decides to propose out of left field, pun intended, at a Dodgers baseball game. She is obviously thrown for a loop because they've been dating for 5 months and he knows her so well that he even spelled her name wrong on the Jumbotron. Yes, so that's just a disaster. And the antics in this, you know what? I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to tell you. It's good. It was fun. If you enjoy this type of genre, I think you will enjoy this book. It's not my favorite that I've read over the past year, but it's not my least favorite either. So that's where I'll leave you for now. I will tell you more of my thoughts in my wrap-up that will be coming when this readathon is over. So stay tuned for that. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see that later, if you haven't already. The next book that I am anticipating jumping into in a few hours when I get up, because it's already like 2 a.m. in the morning, because this is like the 5th time I'm recording this. Oi. But I'm going to be reading The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd-Jones. To my understanding, this is a standalone fantasy novel, which is kind of rare, but I'm super excited to jump into it because this is a unique take on kind of zombies, because in this world, this girl is a gravedigger. Her parents have passed, and she is responsible for raising her siblings and, you know, providing for them and taking care of the graveyard. Well, that's an issue because the dead don't always stay dead, and those who don't are known as the bone houses, aka our zombies. But it seems like it's not like a gory horror kind of creepy zombie book. It's more of a intriguing mystery trying to figure out what's going on and why. There is a potential curse and some other things that transpire in this book. So I'm really excited to read it and see what this is about. So this will be my read tomorrow, aka today, when you are seeing this, maybe. That will be my second read for this readathon. And then I will get into one of 2 books from there. One of those books could be The Grace Year by Kim Liggett. When I read the synopsis of this book, it reminded me very heavily of The Lord of the Flies and The Handmaid's Tale. Like, if you took those 2 and put them in a blender and mixed them together, you would get The Grace Year. Because in this world, you've got girls, when they turn 16, they are vilified. They're seen as seductresses and women who can tempt men from their beds, and the other women hate them, and so they are all sent away to live out their existence for a year so that they do not corrupt the rest of the population. And they face all kinds of challenges like animals and the elements and other girls. And it sounds a lot like The Handmaid's Tale, Lord of the Flies, maybe with a dash of The Hunger Games or something to that extent kind of thrown in. So, or this, I don't know why, but it also kind of made me think a dash of The Selection or something when I first heard about it. But I could be wrong because that was like 9 months ago. So, whatever. Anyway, I'm excited to read this. And look at that. Isn't that a pretty cover too? Anyway, this is one of the reads. Or I could be getting into Dating You, Hating You by Christina Lauren. This, if I get it read, will be the 4th book that I have read by this author-writing duo team. A couple of weeks ago, I read one of their most recent novels. I read The Honeymooners. And this book, Dating You, Hating You, is their debut novel. So that would be really interesting to kind of compare and contrast where they were when they started off versus, you know, where they've come and how their writing has or hasn't changed. So I'm really excited to get into that. It's a adult romance contemporary. I think it's a hate to love because, you know, that's what the title suggests. I don't even know what the synopsis is, but the title suggests a hate to love trope so much that I wanted to read it. Especially if I needed something a little bit more lighter, fluffy kind of a thing after those 2 novels. So anyway, that's where I'm at. For those of you who want to know the page counts, because I'm a little bit of a dork and want to know those in other people's videos myself, the proposal was 325 pages. The Bone Houses is 338 pages. The Grace Year is 408 pages. And Dating You, Hating You is 350 pages. So if you add those all together, if I get them read, that would be 1,421 pages. So, will I get them all read? I don't know. I hope so. But if I don't, that's okay. It's still a win because I've already read a book. I'm winning. I'm winning because I'm reading. Whether I read a whole book or not, I'm reading, and that's what matters. I'm having fun doing it. So I hope if you haven't already decided to join and participate, then maybe you'll consider joining us. It's not too late. You don't have to do videos. You can just post pictures, whatever. It'll be fun. Thank you so much for checking out my TBR. If you are participating, make sure to let me know in the comments down below so that I can go and check out your video and comment and all that good stuff. And if you are not participating in the readathon, I would love for you to share with me what has been your favorite read so far in 2020. And if you haven't yet read or finished a book this year, what is your most anticipated release of 2020? I'm really curious to know what it is that everybody is reading and or anticipating for this new year that we have entered. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up because everybody likes a bit of affirmation. And if you would like to see more content from me, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. I hope that you're having a beautiful and blessed day, my friends. Don't forget to enjoy the journey that is your story. I'll see you later, friends. Bye.